Bitcoin goes down, Binance halts Bitcoin withdrawals, and so much more has happened in the last 24 hours. I am live from Talon NFT in Estonia, and I'm going to explain to you everything that's happening with Binance, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Ordinals, BRC20 tokens, and literally everything you guys need. As most of you know, Bitcoin is a POW, proof of work. That means there's miners. It is not proof of stake, okay? And the miners earn a transaction fee or reward for successfully mining the block or servicing the transaction. That's how I like to explain it. But with all of the recent activity with Bitcoin Ordinals are like NFTs, but they are not, and a little bit different, a little bit more complex to use. Basically, you are inscribing your NFT on the Bitcoin blockchain, and it could clog the network up. BRC20 tokens are also clogging the Bitcoin network up. So Bitcoin is a very older technology. Basically, it can't handle large amounts of transactions. And many of you are probably wondering, well, Wendy, like we're supposed to be using Bitcoin as digital cash. Yes, that is one use case. Also, too, when Satoshi wrote the Bitcoin white paper and created Bitcoin, he didn't really have an intended use case. Well, Bitcoin was supposed to be hard money, supposed to have a finite supply, supposed to help the monetary problems that we're facing with the centralized entities. However, Bitcoin is for the people. So basically you can use it however you want. And when Bitcoin was created years and years ago, I don't know if the technology was thought out too incredibly well. And again, that's not a slam at Satoshi itself. Bitcoin is beautiful. It does what it needs to do. But the technology is a lot older, especially from what we're seeing now. And because the network is kind of clogged up with all this additional activity happening, Binance had to halt Bitcoin withdrawals. Basically because the network was so clogged up and they couldn't keep up with all of the Bitcoin withdrawals that they had. That is a rumor. However, you never should be using a centralized exchange to custody any of your crypto. Centralized exchanges are a great place for fiat on and off ramps to trade there, etc. But if you leave your cryptocurrency on a centralized exchange, you could absolutely get wrecked if the exchange goes down. Also, there's a bunch of rumors about outflows for Binance, and they went ahead and addressed it. We're aware that some data are showing large volumes of outflows from Binance. The outflow are actually movements between Binance hot and cold wallets due to Bitcoin address adjustments. So they're basically saying that everything is fine. However, you never want to trust anybody, especially when we've seen the crypto contagion. But again, because the network is being heavily used by so many different people doing so many different things, it's getting backed up. I want to say that I heard somewhere there was approximately 400,000 transactions kind of stuck just because the miners were not able to service all of those transactions. And again, the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is that you have miners that operate in this decentralized world, and they're actually able to earn a living, a reward from essentially servicing those transactions, making sure that you are getting your Bitcoin and that I'm sending. So how is Binance going to solve this? Binance is going to solve this by integrating Lightning Network. If you don't know what Lightning Network is, that's okay. Lightning Network is a layer 2 solution that kind of uses smart contracts that is built on top of Bitcoin. And it basically helps facilitate some of the transactions a lot faster because it's not actually using the original Bitcoin network, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. I know it's a little bit confusing, but still understand when you use the Bitcoin Lightning Network, it's basically just something on top of Bitcoin, so it's not as secure. However, Bitcoin maximalists, I know my hair is going crazy, kind of get upset about that because they love like the purism of Bitcoin. However, they don't get to tell you, me, or anybody else how we get to use Bitcoin. So again, there's a lot of drama in that community. But Binance is not up and running yet. It may be soon, probably by the time I post this video. But just know that not your key is not your key. But another very interesting thing I want to bring up, a lot of people are pissed off about Bitcoin Ordinals and BRC20 tokens using the Bitcoin network. But one of the things I wanted to mention was we really didn't see miner capitulation or Bitcoin mining capitulation. And that's why I was giving you guys that $10,000 target approximately, okay? One of the reasons why is in previous cycles, we have seen Bitcoin absolutely capitulate, like completely dump and just not go back up for quite some time. Yes, it does rebound, and that's the Bitcoin halving cycle, the 4-year cycle. But we're seeing something a little bit different, and it's kind of threw a lot of us TA people off because we used cyclical data. So the interesting thing is we're not really seeing minor capitulation. We've seen some minor capitulation, but nothing like we've seen before. So this 4-year cycle we have actually could get a little bit modified and change, but either way, it is good to see that miners aren't capitulating as volatilely as they were before, and they're still able to earn money on the network because the network is working. Even though it's a bit clogged up, they're still earning money and they're not going under. So is this good for the network? Is it bad for the network? What do you guys think? And hopefully by the time I drop this video, Binance is back up and I think they're still back up, but I don't think they're doing Bitcoin withdrawals just because the networks are backed up. But go ahead, drop your thoughts below. I'm curious your guys' opinion. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, follow for more. Bye.